It's freezing. It's time for hot chocolate. The video hasn't even begun yet. Hi everyone, welcome back to the beautiful state of Tennessee. Now this state is really well known for a lot of things like honky-tonk barbecue, Music City, and being the roots of Motown too. And there's also Dolly Parton, Elvis. So many famous people have come out of the state of Tennessee, but Tennessee is also fantastically beautiful. 53% of the state is covered in forest. And while I've been here close to a dozen times, I still haven't seen enough of this beautiful state. I've gone to the Smoky Mountains a bunch of times, but it's time to explore the rest. So I'm getting a brand new Nissan Murano. We're gonna go on a road trip checking out some of the best winter destinations. We're gonna see some waterfalls, go to some state parks. We're gonna do some car camping, and I really can't wait. All right, we're inside because, wow, it was cold out there and I am not used to it yet. I also need to put some more layers on for when we go back outside again. But I wanted to tell you a little bit about where we're staying right now. And this location is gonna change a lot in this video because we're going all around the state. But right now we're at a place called South Hall Farms. This place hosts a lot of different kind of corporate events. And lately I've been getting invited to a lot of SUV and truck manufacturer launch events, which is what brought me here to Franklin this time. I'm here for the 2025 launch event for the Nissan Murano and Armada. These are kind of the big class SUVs in the Nissan family, and over the next couple of days I'm going to be here learning all about the 2025 vehicles. It's going to be really fun, and I've heard this vehicle is awesome for car camping, so I'm really excited to test it out in the field and bring you guys along too. So this property is actually amazing if you ever come to Tennessee and you want to do a little bit of like luxury, nature-based outside Nashville. Franklin is a fantastic town. If you've watched my old video on Franklin, Tennessee, you'll know this. But this property in particular is just beautiful. They have farm-to-table food downstairs, hot tub swimming pool, lots of land to explore, and lots of also land for these vehicles to get tested, which is what I'll be doing. So I'm going to show you a little bit more of the vehicle and what I'll be doing here the next few days, and then we're gonna hit the road. All right, first test drive of the 2025 Nissan Armada Pro 4X, built for everything, but definitely this is the all-out package if you want to get off-road. Nissan set up a really fun off-road course and I had a blast. The Armada is super powerful, and not only did it breeze up this super steep grade, but it went over all these other obstacles with ease. That down part was so scary. I was like, oh God! It has 360-degree cameras and even an invisible hood. And this thing can even tow 8,500 pounds. It's a real monster. And it's also super luxurious on the interior too, with biometrically heated and cooled seats. And it even has a full roof, sunroof, and 3 rows of seating. All right, it's finally time to let this adventure begin. The last few days have been really fun getting to test drive these two 2025 Nissan vehicles. And now I've hopped in the Nissan Rogue, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. You know, I love dirt roads, so after leaving South Hall, I went out in search of finding some. And thanks to some local advice, I found miles and miles of dirt to travel on. They took me through some forested scenery, lots of fun water crossings, and some backwoods Tennessee landscapes, farms, waterfalls, and streams, and it was a ton of fun. Well, it is starting to get dark. I've got about half a mile until I get to my camping spot for the night. I've been driving through just lots of small towns. I wouldn't even call them towns, just really the woods. A lot of fallen apart farm buildings, cows, really large cows. And I was hoping to get here a little bit sooner in the day. It does get dark really early, but that's okay. The views were supposed to be really nice up here, which we probably won't see. But it should be there in a few minutes. So it's actually Friday the 13th. I've just kind of been feeling like a bit meh today. I don't know if any of you guys ever feel that way. Just like everything kind of sucks. I don't know if it's the date of the year, although I was born on Friday the 13th, so I actually kind of like Friday the 13th, and I didn't even realize it was Friday the 13th today. So I figured I'd do a night of car camping since we have this nice little hatchback for the next few days. And I actually booked a camping spot on Hip Camp. I just arrived. Yeah, so it's actually about 4 feet from a busy road. So there's that. There is a nice view here, which, as advertised, has a fantastic view for the sunset. Also said had a fire ring, which I thought was gonna have a grate because I actually didn't bring any fuel to cook with. Also great. So the fantastic day just continues here. And so I'll show you here. So that's the road there. The very nice bathroom is over here. Let's check it out. True Tennessee outhouse right here. Camping this way. Let's see what we got. Pretty, no one's living in there. All right, we've got some Raid, toilet paper, hand sanitizer. Whew. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. Whew. It's gonna be a fun one. I mean, I guess the nice thing is that I have this place to myself. So it's about 5 p.m. It obviously gets dark here really quickly. So first order of business, I guess I'm gonna just start getting this car kind of ready for the evening. Obviously we have a long time before I'm probably gonna go to bed, but I'll get a fire going, get some water boiled, get some food made, and hopefully a night in the freezing temperatures will be just what I need to get the Grinch out of me and get in the holiday spirit. We'll see. Oh. Yikes. Whoa. Almost lost a toe. The sounds of nature. Isn't that just great? You know, Hip Camp, I've used it twice and it's disappointed me twice so far. Both times. 2 thumbs down. Which is funny because this particular spot got so many great reviews. Namely, I guess, from this view where you can kind of see, obviously, far down below, but the road noise is really going to suck, which is why I always pack earplugs. So, I did stop at the store on the way up here. Let me show you what I got. Definitely something I don't ever do is like... Ooh. Whoa. Shit. Okay. Apparently the car is hungry. You can have the wine. It's all fine. All right, grocery haul take 2. Okay. Number 1, firewood. Do not close. 2 bananas. 1 box of wine. And some water. I know, guys. So many things. Don't you want to go to the grocery store with me from now on? Well, with all these wonderful things, we're going to have a great dinner. So let's get started. I have my little pot here to boil, but it's taken an incredibly long time. I think it's been in there for like 40 minutes. So, still haven't made dinner, but It's pretty hot now. Oh, God. Those like glamorous camping things. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. All right, it is getting cold, which means I think it's time to get ready for bed. This is pretty nice with our little holiday lights. Got some ambiance, nice and quiet in here. It's definitely going to be cold tonight. I brought little Panda with me. And I've downloaded some shows on the iPad, so I'll probably watch Ava Zubak's new National Geographic show. Also been watching Lioness, and probably do some reading as well. But I've already improved my mood, but I'm not quite in the holiday spirit yet. We'll see what other kind of holiday fun we can find on this trip. But I'm glad that I came out here and did this. It may not be the most amazing spot since we are right on the road, but definitely a change from the normal pace. And it keeps me off my phone for a night and away from my emails and kind of the usual. So anything to kind of, I feel like, change up my routine, and things like this, or hiking or camping, drastically change your routine in a way where you're just so thrown off that you're not in that same like negative thought pattern, or for some of us maybe even destructive thought pattern that we're normally in our day-to-day lives. So when we go out and we do something that's abnormal, that makes us think outside the box, that makes us behave differently, it's so good for us. So if you're having a bad day or a bad week or a bad moment, I definitely recommend just throwing your routine off in a positive way. You know, coming out here, just starting a fire, staring at the sky. There's lots of stars tonight. It's really beautiful. Might be freezing, but these kinds of things always somehow make me feel better about everything. So anyways, I'm gonna relax a little, watch some TV, and I will see you guys in bed. I have stopped in the town of Monteagle, which is about 20 minutes from where I camped last night. There's a little coffee shop here called the Wander Brew. Get the day officially started. All right, I got a coffee. They didn't have any food in there. Interesting. I also got some art for a holiday gift. It's a mixed media of a Highland cow for my nephew. He likes that. So we're off to find another spot where I can get some food for the morning. Let's see what we find. Well, my biggest problem with Tennessee so far is just the lack of any sort of real food that's not absolutely terrible for you. The coffee shop had no food, like not even a muffin. I just went to this place called Monteagle Nutrition, which is supposed to be protein shakes, energy teas, and iced coffee. Everything was like birthday cake shake and sugar cookie sparkle shake. And I was like, do you have anything that's like just fruit with protein powder and milk? She said, oh, we don't actually have fruit. So literally every protein shake is just a powder of different materials and sugar. And then they had like actual containers of different colored sugars that they would add to stuff. Wow, America, this is what is wrong with our diets. The fact that I can't even find someone that markets themselves as a shake company that has like peanut butter and actual real bananas. Wow, madness. All right, well, shifting gears again. Let's see if we can find any real food to eat. The hunt continues. Fun fact, Tennessee is home to almost 10,000 caves. Wow. So is there anything below the surface here? Probably people. If there is a state where there's people living below the ground, you know, with one eye or hunchbacks and pale skin, likely it's in this state. So I'm not going to go in any of the caves alone, but I am at one of the caves right now called Cumberland Caves. It's on the, I think, U.S. Historic landmarks. We're going to see if we can get a tour of the underground. All right, that was pretty interesting going down there into Cumberland Caves. It's absolutely massive. One of those rooms is the size of 2 football fields and I think goes up 14 stories high, so really big. They also have had in the past here concerts. You can sleep in there if you want to spend the night in a hammock. There's like spelunking tours that you can do. And they're actually having a Christmas party tonight, which is why there was some Christmas decorations down there. So pretty cool. That definitely, I think, beats out my tour of the Lost Sea, which is also here in Tennessee, which is a huge underground lake. I like this one a little bit better because it's actually all natural. They haven't done anything to kind of add to it other than add the lights and things in the last 50 plus years. So pretty cool to see that. They even had an old Jeep down there. So really fascinating, but we've got more things to see today. So I'm going to head next to a state park that's pretty close to here. And this is actually the historic downtown of Sparta, Tennessee. All right, I just entered this state park here, and first thing I'm seeing is this old cotton mill. I guess this was in operation around 1892 and was one of the first cotton mills in this area. It's not in good shape anymore, but this whole area is along a river and it's really pretty. So I'm just gonna kind of check it out and see what there is around here. Cool little building over here, which I believe is a spring. Yeah, this is called Spring Castle. And the sign here says that it was an elaborate spring house built while the textile mill was still in operation. The reservoir behind the wall contains water from a natural spring. Rock Island State Park is about 800 acres and it's located at the headwaters of the Center Hill Lake and the confluence of 3 different rivers. So there's a bunch of waterfalls here and a bunch of hiking trails as well. It's a really popular spot when the weather is warm to come and swim in some of the deep blue pools inside the river gorge. All right, I've come down here on what's called the Gorge Trail, I believe. And I am now right down here by kind of the river's edge. There's a series of dams here, I'm assuming for hydroelectric power. So you do have a lot of waterfalls. There's some over there, some behind me here. And it also did warn that they can release water at any time. So definitely want to be mindful of being out here this close to the water's edge. I am back on the road here and I am heading basically farther across the state east towards the town of Pigeon Forge. I'm really tired. I did not sleep as well as I claimed this morning, mainly because I didn't bring my inflatable pillow. I just brought my little pillow stuff sack and I stuffed it with my rain jacket, but I just felt like my neck was not being supported, so I didn't sleep that well. I was obviously also a little bit cold, but looking forward to a real bed in a couple of hours and to check out Pigeon Forge because I've actually been in the area near Gatlinburg a few times, but I've never checked out the specific town that we're heading to right now, or Seaverville, so that's what we're going to be doing tonight and tomorrow. It's a new day here in Tennessee, and we've traveled far to the east to Pigeon Forge. We're doing something I never do, which is going to an amusement park. We have just parked at Dollywood, which claims to be America's #1 amusement park. We'll see. We'll see if it can bring some holiday cheer. So getting into this place is about $96 for an adult ticket. It's $25 to park. And we'll see what kind of fun under the rain Dollywood can bring. Bring it on, Dolly. All right, we're in. Let the holiday festivities begin. Now, there are apparently 6 million Christmas lights in this place this time of year. So I think it's going to bring some Christmas cheer. Okay, can't have the holidays without a gingerbread man. So I just went in the bakery, got one of these. They also sell 25-pound apple pies in there. So I asked the lady, out of curiosity, how many of those do you sell? She said about 3 a week, which is pretty surprising. They're $229, and it looks like they would feed a party of about 50. So if you need a 25-pound apple pie, this is the spot. Let's try this guy. First up, Dolly Parton behind the scenes and Rhinestone. All right, did my first roller coaster in very many years. How's my hair? Also a good reminder as to why I no longer like roller coasters. See what else is in that. All right, I am back from exploring Dollywood. Back in the car, ready to go see a little bit more of the area here. The rain has stopped, which is nice. And while it's not a nice day, it's at least, you know, nice enough to get out and maybe go on a little hike here. And I'm gonna head to Gatlinburg to see some of the cool Christmassy things in Gatlinburg as well. So my overview of Dollywood, I'm definitely no longer an amusement park person. I don't really care for the rides. They kind of like hurt my neck and give me motion sickness, which I feel like is pretty common with adults. If you have kids, I feel like they'll definitely love it. There's also obviously nothing healthy to eat in there. So for me, that's always hard. I don't eat a lot of stuff because I just try to eat things that are actually good for you. And especially here in Tennessee, I have had a really hard time finding anything healthy at any restaurant. I've been having to just go to the grocery store and kind of get some fresh fruit and things like that to eat. So definitely a very hard state to come and visit if you're used to eating healthy, especially if you're vegetarian. Even harder if you're someone that eats a vegan diet. You're gonna find it almost impossible to eat here in the state of Tennessee. Because I'm not vegan, I'm vegetarian, but I also eat fish. I'm pescatarian. And I don't eat dairy. So for me, it's been really challenging, and I'm not even one of the most kind of restrictive types of personalities that you might find. And definitely, if you're coming here, stay for the evening light show, because as the darkness falls, you're gonna see all the 6 million Christmas lights in full display, and I think that's really when this place comes to life. It's my last day here in Tennessee. I'm heading to the airport in just a little bit, and this has been a really strange video, I'm not gonna lie. Saw some really cool stuff. Cumberland Caverns was really neat. Some strange experiences for me going to an amusement park. Last night at Anakeesta though was really cool. They have this huge tree canopy that they've turned into kind of an amusement park, so to speak, with different kind of forest experiences that you can have out there. But this time of year, it's fantastic with all the Christmas lights. And if you're in Gatlinburg or going to Smoky Mountain National Park, I definitely recommend checking that place out. You do take a cable car up to the top to experience that area, and really great for people of all ages, as long as you can deal with the kind of moving boardwalks and things of that nature. But overall, yeah, this has just been a weird time of year for me, and I'm sure that a lot of you probably agree with me. End of the year is hard because we're looking back at what we've accomplished throughout the year. We're also looking ahead into 2025 and trying to figure out what's next. And that's definitely what I'm feeling at the end of the year too. Especially coming off these trips through Africa, where I was staying with an indigenous tribe and visiting the people of Uganda and the wildlife there, and really have these big goals of doing really big projects. And now I'm trying to figure out, how can I do that? How can I earn the money to be able to go to these really far-flung places and make these really impactful videos? You know, so that's what I'm trying to figure out. So I know this was a weird video, but I thank you for always joining me for my little adventures near and far, and wherever we go around the world. And I am looking forward to some really big things in 2025. So I hope you stick with me here on the channel, and I hope you're having a great holiday season. And if you're not, you know, go take a walk around in the woods and clear your head, try to figure out what it is that's important to you. And I hope to see you in the new year, and have a wonderful, wonderful time with friends, family, or just yourself over these next couple of weeks. I'll see you in the next one.